everybody, and welcome back to The Secret Florian Himsl Gossip and Drama Podcast, Volume 2. I am Simian Jimmy, the president of the Florian Himsl fan club, joined as always by my second in command, the Sabo to my dragon, Purple Colonel.
Hello, thank you. I'm not sure what a Sabo is, but I'll take that as a compliment.
It's the Revolutionary Army in One Piece, because really we're going up against the world government in Florian. He has all the money, all the wealth, the power, the fame. He's everything Gold Roger preached against.
Okay, that's true then. That sounds like an apt comparison.
Purple, I just saw this new movie called The Secret Society of American Black Negroes or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's this movie?
Yeah,
Magical Black
I know
people?
about the controversy around the name or whatever, or like all the...
Yeah. Well, that's why it failed at the box office, because nobody wanted to say the name to the ticket seller.
Yeah, that seems like a non-starter right off the bat. If you can't, like, you're not going to get people to come up and just shout out, hey, I want one ticket for the Negro movie.
For the magical Negroes. Well, the movie did teach me that every angry white man needs to have a black sidekick who supports him in everything that he does. And I don't know if you know this, I live, kind of in the ghetto, out in the trailer park, and most of my neighbors are, various ethnicities, and I do have a new black neighbor named... Well, I don't quite remember. He'll have to remind me, but I did invite him onto the show today. So my black neighbor is here to talk about Florian with us.
All right.
What was your name again? I'm sorry, I forgot it.
Oh, it's all good, man. Legarius, but my partner call me JJ though.
JJ, okay, yeah. This is JJ Purple.
Yeah, JJ. Hi, I'm very excited to meet you.
This is my black neighbor, JJ.
Yeah.
Legarius.
Jimmy, he tell me about his rich friend who be getting all the girls and he be making video games. And man, I said, damn. And he said he gonna make a podcast talking a whole lot of tea, spilling a whole lot of tea on the man. So he said Florian, and I was like, man, he sounded like some kind of supervillain or something, man. He's talking about this game with he's got dead babies or something. I'm like, whoa.
You were not already familiar with him before today, because I thought he was kind of internationally renowned.
I mean,
he co-created one of the most popular indie games of all time. Like, Northern Lion streams this on a daily basis. I thought surely the random man would know.
Yeah, I heard. I done heard about the game, I think, at one point, but I thought it was Edward McMillions or something done made that game. I didn't know about no Florian, though.
He did hire somebody to help him, with the back end. But yeah, it was mostly Edward McMillion.
But yeah, man, I'm here for all of it. I'm trying to see why'd y'all get so upset that y'all got to talk about him on podcast. I'm just trying to see what y'all talking about, though.
Well, Purple, yeah, how would you define our obsession with Florian that now we're doing a separate podcast just about him? Like, if you had to explain that to JJ here.
I think it's like a fascination, how you like sometimes you'll study these things, like sometimes you'll see like a worm on the ground or something, and you wanna check it out real quick.
I don't know. I think Florian's intrinsically more interesting than a worm. I think his psyche is very deep and complex and scary.
That's why we're spending like a half hour, however long podcast on him instead of Yeah,
ideally there would be psychologists discussing Florian for an hour every week, but that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So armchair psychologists like us have to carry the weight of that one for society.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get where we're coming from, JJ?
Yeah. So he different. You trying to figure him out.
That's right.
Because, you know about him from the game, and then you get, he be paying these ladies to come over and show him a good time. And that's legal over there, I'm saying? I know the red light district. Well, what, we in the red light district? Ooh.
What, was that not common in the city where you grew up, women selling their bodies on the street?
I mean, yeah, but, what I'm saying? It was not, like, on a mysterious thing. It was more like, hey, got to pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got the game downloaded, you know what I'm saying, then you got to buy it up.
Do you know what he's saying, Purple?
I can't claim to understand that fully, no.
Well, you are Canadian. There's not too many black people up there, so this is like a cultural enrichment experience.
Yeah, it is. I'm thankful for it for this experience here, but I might take a while to really catch on here.
I guess the big Florian news this week is that he did watch episode 1 of the secret Florian Himsl Gossip and Drama podcast, which was surprising to me that he somehow found it and watched it.
Yeah, we spoke very softly in that first episode.
I tried to be quiet.
Caught up.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
but he did comment on the podcast and he said you're fired. So I think he was channeling his inner Benson, maybe,
or his inner like Donald Trump or something. I don't know.
It's like some of these, you know what I'm saying, once you get a little bit of money off this game and all that, and sometimes people change about that money, you know, like, that's probably why he got to pay his girls and what he doing. You know, I'm sure there's more to it, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get my head around it, but, you know.
Well, he's had the money the whole time that we've both known him, so he hasn't changed due to the money. If anything, we've known him since he became evil.
So, yeah, you just speaking on things that you witnessed and you need to get off your chest. And once you know what I'm saying, you being real to yourself and he ain't really feeling that, so now he's saying that y'all fired? Like, man, you know, he sound like he's looking for them yes men, but it's more especially them yes women from what I've been picking up.
Well, I think maybe he was being cheeky because then he did hire both of us immediately to work on other projects, and he did make me, maybe I should talk about this, he made, and I did on a recent other Kino podcast, but he made me edit his 2-hour reaction video to episode 1 of Velma.
Yeah, I heard about that on the.
It's
I don't
truly
remember which one, but yeah,
it's baffling because his intention was to prove to the audience that the show is actually good and funny, and then over the course of his reaction video, he kept saying, "Well, that joke was not funny. That didn't land. I didn't care for that. But maybe the next joke will be funny." And then, like after a video where 80% of the jokes he thought sucked, he still wants me to edit and upload this video to his channel of him like trying to prove Velma's good, and then like his thesis statement's proven wrong. So I got paid the fucking money for it, but what a waste of time for everybody. Who's gonna watch this?
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be a theme for his channel. He'll do like these like
the theme is who is gonna watch this? Who is this for?
Well, yeah. I mean that too, but you know, like he'll do like, let's talk about this crazy news story, and then I'll realize it's like The Onion at the end, and he'll go, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll just upload this anyway.
JJ, did you hear about that? He fell for it. The Onion, like The Onion posted a little satire video, and he did a reaction video to it, thinking it was real, and then at the end he's like, oh, it was The Onion. Oh well, and then he posted it anyway.
You know, honestly, I gotta respect that because, you know, but hold on though, because, you know, even satire, that comes from truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way that we digest maybe uncomfortable truth. So he sat there, he digested, I mean, I'm talking about he digested a full course meal. Man, the nutrients was breaking down, and he went and he took a shit, and he said, you know what, man, I took that shit. And he wasn't gonna flush it down without showing you.
He wanted to post it online. Everybody needs to see the shit that he made. This time it was in his pants, though. That's what happens when you fall for The Onion. Purple, has he made you work on any projects as of late?
Lately not really. I'm still trying
Where the fuck is my regular show episodes? You fucking bastard.
They're coming up. I don't know why.
There was a
weird times.
2-week break between episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah,
it did not take you that long.
No idea why he did that, but
it was his fault.
Yeah, I mean, I got these finished, at least the first 2, like a week ago or something. So
okay, so I should blame
work
him.
On the last one, mostly, yeah, maybe a little me, but you know.
Okay. Do you have any other Florian Himsl gossip or drama you want to bring up before I move us on to our game?
Ooh, honestly, not a ton. There hasn't been a whole lot of movement in the last couple of days here, I guess, you know.
Oh wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah, we did Bazinga Boys. We're doing it on Saturday this time instead of Wednesday like we usually did. So. Was
there any good Grindr updates we should talk about?
Well, no, we haven't done it yet because it's coming up tomorrow, I believe. Or
I guess we should mention here that we fulfilled our homework of asking Florian if he's ever jerked off to gay porn.
Yeah.
And I'll pull up the chat and just read it verbatim because, you know, why not? We have the primary source here. Where did I ask him?
Oh, I think back in the Bazinga Boys chat.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to find it. Where did we ask him if he's watched gay porn? Okay, I'll search gay. Can't pop up too often. Okay, it pops up quite a bit in our private chat. Quite a bit. Okay, here we go. I said, do you jerk to gay porn, Florian? He said, sure, I could find some gay femboy domination porn to jerk to, maybe some twink bondage. And you said, but have you before? And he said, yes, I have. I def jerked it to double twink action before. So there we go. Double twink action.
Yeah,
what do you think of that,
double
JJ?
twink action.
Big fan?
Oh boy, man, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about what? Man,
These ain't Twinkies we're talking about. These are two small men. Hairless
But
men.
see, okay, what's throwing me is because, you know, I hadn't had too much about this man here, but I caught up on a little bit, you know, and I was being told that he was paying the females, but at the same time, so he paying the females, but yeah, he go home, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's after they met shit. Maybe he got the female in his apartment and he turning on dudes. Like that's what he watching. That's what he need to get going. I don't know, man. This boy different.
That's what we're trying to tell you. We told you he's a complex man that needs to be studied. Like, and it took us 11 minutes to convince you like how crazy he is. He's hiring prostitutes daily and then jerking off to double twink action. JJ, do you see the fucking complexity here?
Man, maybe this boy just need to get outside a little bit, you know. I don't know.
Touch some fucking grass.
Man, that boy different. That's what I'm saying though. Like you talking about how we got hoes. Where I'm from, we got hoes. You know, we got them. They doing what they do. But at the same time, man, you ain't never heard about no hoe coming back to the spot with a man from that area and he putting on two dudes on the TV. Man, I never heard that. So this is different, man. So okay, let's go. Let's see what he's about.
Have you had any experience in the American prison system, JJ?
Yes, man. It's a trap. You know what I'm saying? They get you on something low and they try to keep on bringing you back. And
well, do you think Florian, as a man who's looking for double twink action, maybe he should just get himself arrested?
I mean, what I seen on TV about them European prisons, man, it's more like I don't know if they're really touching on dudes like that and they're not. I mean, they stabbing them, but then they're stabbing them outside too because they don't got no guns. So they stabbing each other outside and inside. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to get stabbed inside, but I'm talking about inside his butt. I don't know if he's into that. You hear me? I don't know if, or he trying to do it to a man. I don't know. But I say nobody should be in there, but I'm not sure. I need to hear y'all talk about him a little more, get a little more information. But right now, I'm digesting what I got.
How about instead of hearing more of our opinion, let's get the voice of the people, because I do have a game I want us to play, Purple.
Yeah.
It's a game I used to do on this channel with Florian. It's called the comment section versus Florian Himsl, where I would search for Florian's name in my comments and then read all of them to Florian's face. And we would decide if we agree or disagree with what the author had to say. And after 3 times, Florian said, "Never again. I hate this game." And I thought,
well, if I recall, at a certain point it became the E-Rich and Florian comment podcast, but there were maybe a disproportionate amount, and he was unhappy.
Yeah,
with
it was
that.
mostly positive about E-Rich. You know, it wasn't really fair and balanced like Fox News, but. I think this podcast here would be a good place to revive the show, and we have 3 judges here, Purple, Jimmy, and JJ, we can see if each of these comments is fair or bullshit. How does that sound?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Here's No Boundaries. He says, Aggie is the best guest hands down, and Aggie Ep is an instant watch. Florian is such a mushmouth naysayer and all of his movie suggestions suck. Does anyone really want to hear Florian Himsl's thoughts on The Dark Knight? Yawn. What do you think of that, JJ?
I mean, to be honest with you, like I said, man, it seems different, but that might actually be, more of a reason to listen to what he thinks about certain movies and things, because like, if you just a regular, normal person and you ain't into that freaky shit like how he be into it, then you might say, oh, that was cool. I like when this happened. But he might have a whole other view on it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't trying to hear no freaky shit in the review. Because, man, hold up, I might need to stop and I might have a kind of look on my face type shit. But, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna, I'll probably hear what he got to say as long as, because I don't know if I'm going to hear that nowhere else,
So you think the comment is bullshit?
Yeah, man, I don't know about this Eggy dude, man. I might have to, you know what I'm saying, check him out. But, yeah, I mean, just because the boy Freaky, yeah, I might want to hear what he got to say about the movie as long as he got something to say.
Okay. What about you, Purple? Do you think that this comment is going too far?
I do think it's going too far. As far as for Florian, I mean, obviously, I think his reactions and stuff and the way that he thinks about these movies is like half of the interest in the whole show.
I think maybe I think the commenter is doing a societal reflection just onto Florian unfairly, because at this point I don't really want to hear anybody's opinion on The Dark Knight. I feel like it's been done, and like frankly, as good as the film is and Heath Ledger and all that, I could go probably 20 years without thinking about that fucking movie again, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm glad it never wins when
overdone.
Florian puts it on the poll.
Mm-hmm.
So we agree with half of that comment, I'll say. And the other
I'd
half...
say for the first half with Eggy, I mean, I think Eggy is a very interesting and strong presence on the show whenever he's there. He's
any Eggy
I'd like to
episode
meet
is an
someday.
instant watch, just like you said.
It's pretty
Unless it's Family Feud Part 2, then nobody will watch for some reason.
good. I didn't watch that one, honestly.
We got High as Balls, my friend. You're missing out. And the third one I did not even upload because it was bad. We might have got a little too toasted on that one. I didn't even post it for the I didn't even post it for the members only. It was that bad.
Oh.
Chronic Johnson Arab says, Florian is just so desperate for any living whole to fuck, yet he completely forgot that livestock exist expressly for this purpose. I think I agree with that.
You talking about you agree on having sex with farm animals?
I mean, you know, if you want to just fuck a living whole, they got pussies, don't they?
Man,
That's true. I think so.
So it's 2 against 1, it sounds like. Sounds like Purple's on my side.
hey man, y'all do what y'all do, man. I just ain't never heard about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from, but hey,
Well,
you know.
our white girls, they fuck dogs, and our white boys, the other things are on the table.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or
I
in
think
the
in this
bed.
situation, it's probably easier to get someone off of whatever sugar baby site he has, instead of like, because he's in the city, right? So he would. I don't know how accessible like a farm animal would be to him or what.
So you don't agree with that comment then, JJ?
Man, you know, I don't want to even speak on, you know what I'm saying, that boy freaky, I mean, but hey, that's why y'all gotta go outside though, because man, first off, you paying the girl for this and that, then you paying the girl and you looking at boys at the same time, man, you don't even know what's coming next, man. You might have a boy in the room, you might have a girl in the room, you might be watching motherfucking National Geographic, and man, I don't even know. So y'all gotta be safe out there, man. Y'all freak ass, boy.
So that's 3 agrees for that comment. I think that's what I interpreted from what you said. Moon Milk says, Florian seems like he's almost made up, but I've met some nutty crack stars. Have you met any nutty crack stars in your time?
Who, me?
Anybody?
Oh.
I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes, you know, sometimes the crackheads be making more sense than some other people, but man, you get them too much, man, they be jumping up and jumping down, they be punching on the ground and shit, and it's like, all right, you know, that's when you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't trying to be around that, because then they can't control it. It's too much energy, you know what I'm saying? They be flipping around and doing backflips. They might kick you right in the head, kill you.
Do you think that Florian is accurately described as a crack star then, Purple? Because I don't know if he's really flipping out and killing people with backflips.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He seems more of a sedentary kind of guy. Although he does tell me he goes on these big mountain hikes every day, so he might be.
I don't see crackheads hiking mountains for leisure or exercise or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it is it's a different sort of thing, I think.
So we all disagree with that one then.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
hard disagree.
It's a bad comment. Here's a better one. Super Volteca says, I'm starting to suspect this Florian guy is a real jerk. I think that's in response to the section in the last episode where we talk about how he's really mean to you and says things that are just deplorable and really not forgivable in any sense. Would you agree?
Well, honestly, I think I can forgive him for a lot of these things.
Oh.
You know, he's still paying me and stuff. It's still pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean the masters still gave the slaves somewhere to sleep after they whipped them.
Okay, all right, okay. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, you want to weigh in on this one? Do you think that Florian sounds like a real jerk to you, JJ?
Well, you know, so I think it's I understand business, but at the same time, it's like, you know what I'm saying, if you only really fucking with somebody for a paycheck, you know, you gotta be able to separate your feelings from that. So like, if he really strong on his business, you know, I ain't gonna necessarily say that he a bad person about that, because I gotta understand, he ain't gonna bring his feelings into the situation. It's gonna be about that money, you heard me? So, but at the same time, you know, like outside of that, if he like going extra with it, you feel me, and he doing too much and like, you know what I'm saying, wilding on somebody for some little ass pet ass shit, you heard me, like, then alright. But at the same time, you know, if it's just about that business and about, you know what I'm saying, and then I could understand it. It's a tough call you gotta make sometime, but I could get it though.
Well, Purple, does he get on your ass for petty ass bullshit? Does he start wilding on you?
Occasionally, that's true.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that the fuse is so short, and it can be sparked by things that are, to most people, a non-issue, like wanting to read some sort of Chuck Lorre card, or discussing pixel art. Yeah,
that's just... I still don't know what to fully think about that. That's like, I'm still processing that. Just why...
Is it autism?
So upset about this?
He might have young Sheldon autism, and you know his sensory shit just goes into overdrive when you bring up certain things.
Possibly, yeah. I think that could be the case. We did have a podcast we were going to record that we had to cancel on at the last minute, and he was very upset about that. Which,
Wait, was he?
More understandable, but he was very unhappy.
Was that with me? Did I cancel on him?
No, that was someone else.
Oh,
some other thing we're trying to get done. But yeah.
Wow, he got angry that his lifestyle of staying home all day was interrupted, and now he has to go back to doing nothing.
Yeah, that's
rough.
I don't know. I kind of made the point.
I could have been fucking 6 prostitutes. I told her to go home.
I think unironically that might have been what he was trying to say for why he was upset. Like, oh, I could have made plans with the
so he's blue balled and he doesn't get his 100 view podcast recorded. That's a rough day. I'd probably be fucking pissed too.
It is. Yeah.
I'm going to go count my millions of dollars in anger.
Yeah, go leap into this fucking Scrooge McDuck pool or whatever.
Yeah. Do you think that the pool at the condos that he owns is filled with his own money?
Wow.
Probably
I
not
think
a good
he'd be
strategy.
too worried about people taking it or something.
Yeah, lots of paper cuts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, do we agree with this comment, and do we agree that everybody should follow suit? Gator says, man, knowing the information I know now, I should get myself back into Florian's Discord just to get banned, because talking shit to that guy sounds so much more fun now. Do you agree with that, like, Purple?
Oh, I feel like he's not really affected by like people's comments and stuff quite as much. Maybe unless they're being like directly read to him or something, but
should we set up some sort of contest, like speed run? You have to set up your OBS, recording your microphone and your computer screen, and it's a speed run. Who can get banned from the Florian Discord the fastest? Should we tell people to do that, or would that be bad?
Might be a little bit rude, but you know, it would be entertaining.
I mean, some might say that just by bringing the idea up is going to influence some to do it, regardless if we tell them to do it or not. Like, it's already Pandora's box has already been opened in a way. What do you think of this, JJ? Possible. Should people do this?
I mean, to be honest, it's just that kind of like a little bit of hating ass shit. You heard me? Like you just taking time out of your day to. He say you gonna make a new account just to go get banned. Like, I mean, like, if you feel like that, you know, that's how you feel. But I mean, I think like if you really got something against that man, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe tell one of his girls, be like, hey, man, how much he pay? I'll pay a little more. You heard me? Like,
I'll pay you more to not fuck him. If we paid every girl in his city to not fuck him, what would Florian do? Oh my, that's our next GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if you don't like him and you know what I'm saying, don't waste your time. Hit him where it hurts. You feel me? Like you just doing some.
There's an episode of
hate
Viva La
shit.
Bam where Bam Margera pays every restaurant in town to not give his dad food. It's like Don't Feed Phil Day, and the whole episode's his dad desperately trying to find any food. So we could do that to Florian with
Don't
hookers.
fuck Florian Day.
Don't fuck Florian. We should do it for like a whole year though, not just a day. That is the next goal. Hit patreon.com/mumkey. Hit me up. Become members of the channel. All the money. And this is a binding contract. Like, you could take me to court. All the money I make from my YouTube channel now is going into a fund just to do this one day. So hold me to it, just like Gerard or fucking completionist guy. Hold me to that standard for this one, folks. We're going to make it happen. But only if I make the $2.3 million. Otherwise, I'm keeping the money. So
Yeah, you gotta
let's make it happen.
There.
That boy said terms and conditions apply. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take
Read the
notes,
fine
Gerard,
print.
you fucking retard. Do we want to read more Florian comments? Did we agree with that one, that everybody should go do that in the Discord? Or no, they should not do that?
No, I think now they should spend their time getting money for this fund. I think that's a much better use of it.
Yeah, do what I did when I was 13 years old. You go to the gas station, you buy a 12-pack of sodas for $5, and then you go door to door selling each can for $1 to make $7. Everybody do that enough times until we have 2.3 million. That's a lot of cans of Coke. But Florian's gonna get blue-balled beyond belief. He'll only be able to come jerking off to double twink action.
Yeah.
So, that's the future.
Yeah.
I say, as Simian Jimmy, president of the Florian Himsl fan club, nobody should join Florian's Discord server for any reason, not even to be nice. Just don't join it. At all.
I check in sometimes, and there's not a whole lot going on in there. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you want to
Go join the Biggs one instead.
Biggs has a server. I gotta get in on that. That sounds great.
Dat Chick Ray says, I think the real reason Florian hates Eggy is because he's intimidated by Eggy, and being in his presence breaks his autismo brain. They don't mesh well as a duo. I don't see Eggy giving the reaction to Florian's antics that Florian would want. JJ, do you want to weigh in on this one?
See, all right, so I need what kind of antics does Florian have that, like, what kind of reaction is he trying to get?
He'll give just very unpopular opinions and then say, oh, if you don't agree with this, you're a retard. Like saying something that nobody would ever agree with.
So he trying to like get folks heated and like, you know, like try to get somebody popping off on him. Is that like so then he feel like he right because they going wild on him?
Yeah. I don't think he usually gets too angry. I mean, sometimes he breaks, but I think his goal is to break other people.
I mean, yeah, that you gotta be a certain type of person to where you gonna get so emotional about what somebody has to say. So I don't know. He might have, maybe the Eggy just don't get emotional like that about, you know what I'm saying, about just opinions and things like that. So maybe he gotta find somebody who more fired up like that in that. But shit, it is what it is.
What do you think, Purple? Do you agree with the comment?
Yeah, I mean, I think Eggy's like, he is a very go with the flow kind of guy. He's not gonna get upset if you say like a dumb movie opinion or whatever, because that's, you know, it's just not a huge deal really.
So Florian is intimidated that he cannot puppet master Eggy emotionally with his words, and he thinks he has that power over others.
Well,
He's
I
a
think
real
there
Don
might be
Bracken, and he thinks of us as his little triflers, doesn't he?
Possibly. Although I think it's more likely that Florian, I'm not sure he says these things to like get a rise out of the audience. I'm still
I think he
pretty
does.
much convinced. No, I think he's straight up just believes these things when he says them. I think
He does, but he also
Like,
enjoys riling people up, and I think he exaggerates some of his opinions.
maybe. I don't know. I think it's a hard line, but I think he overall does believe what he says. And it's a very genuine thing, because he doesn't act like aloof, like, oh, you're just retarded or whatever. Like
He says that a
very
lot.
down in the mud and gets very, very mad though about it. So
I don't think he gets deep enough in the mud, because I think that would require more than a surface level analysis of the media he's defending, and I don't know if Like, he mostly reviews children's media because I think that's on his analysis level. So, you know,
I mean,
he doesn't really
yeah,
get in the mud on anything.
Well, with the arguments and stuff, he'll get pretty down and dirty with them sometimes on the show. So he doesn't act like kind of above it all, like you might expect from a troll trying to get all the other members of the show, you know.
Okay, JJ, I have one final comment. Would you like to read this one?
All right. Okay, we got Demented Deuce Skull, and he says the following. I too have interacted with Florian in the past if you want the hot goss on him. So it's gossip. One time I was at the market stall in the front of the line, and I was about to get some food when Florian showed up and shoved me aside. The people behind me were like, "Hey man, you just cut in line." And Florian just laughed and ignored them. He turned to the stall and said, "Get me the most expensive produce from the back, the overpriced stuff, the ones no one else can't afford." And then when the vendor's back was turned, Floyd just started shoveling produce into his mouth. From the sound of all the loud crunch and munch, and the vendor turned around and realized what was happening, and he said, "Sir, you had to pay for those." So Florian replied, "You are fired," while still mid-bite, and the vendor looked really confused and said, "Well, but sir, I don't even work for you." But Florian just started laughing and ignored him and started walking off. He bumped right into me again and said, "Hey, watch where you are going." I was taken aback. He bumped into me. I said, "Huh?" But he cut me off and said, "Huh? Huh? Huh? What? Is your brain too small to string together one whole sentence? Look at you standing there being all poor. I feel like I'm losing money just staring at you." And then he just floated over my head into the sun while chewing and laughing to himself. And that was the last time I saw Florian. At the end.
Wow. Do we agree with this one, or did he go too far?
I think, I mean, that just sounds like this commenter speaking his truth, you know? And especially with JJ, you should go into like the audiobook industry or something. You have a way of bringing these stories.
Yeah, you should read Harry Potter like that.
Yeah.
I'll read a whole page.
Hey, I'm surprised Florian didn't start talking about electrical interference or anything like that, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that he's kind of vegan now, but he's just eating the produce raw at the grocery store. That's rough.
He says he's told me he does meat days. He has days where you can eat meat, so I don't know.
Yeah, for me it's called any day of the week, and it's almost exclusively meat at this point.
If you've like convinced yourself that you're gonna get cancer for eating a steak, though, then you know he's cut it down to one a week, but he still can't.
Well, that's why I never go outside. It's because the sun can give you cancer. So I figured, keep the meat, lose the outdoors.
Well, I hear sometimes the paint on the walls can also give you cancer, so I think we might just be screwed as a species forever.
Yeah.
You know?
JJ, do you agree or disagree with that comment?
Man, they're talking about that boy flying into this. Man, I ain't never heard about nobody. Man, honestly, I'll be inclined to believe that is a work of fiction, but at the same time, it sounds like he don't like poor people, and he might, he used to get what he want. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he just be taking them the vegetables and shit. But man, I don't know. Flying, that boy might have been on some dope though, man. Flying in the sun, I don't know about that, but otherwise, I would say it sounded about right from what I've been hearing.
Yeah, I think Florian has a general grievance against poor people. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, there's a lot to point in that direction on some of these episodes. Like when I know there's the Click episode, he sides with the bankers in the story or something.
Oh,
like
he's
that.
Almost every story he sides with like the rich people.
Yeah.
He's watching Air Bud and he's hoping that the evil clown gets Air Bud back so he can put him in beer commercials. It's bullshit. Yeah. The boy just stole the dog from the clown. You can't just do that. There are contracts with the dog ownership. I think, this might be 1 minute longer than the previous episode, so we should wrap it up. But we will be back in the future with more Florian gossip and drama. Do you guys have any last thoughts for the day?
I mean, I'm just gonna say it when you just talking about that last part where he's, what I'm saying, about he don't like poor people. But that's why I'm saying, like, he different. So, like, I want to hear what he got to say, because you ain't never gonna hear nobody talk about defending the businessman. Because y'all supposed to be loving on that dog, y'all supposed to be loving them kids and all that. But he stand on business. So, like, when he see that somebody getting their money took in the movie, man, he gonna tell you how it is, because he got that perspective. So that's why I kind of, I kind of fuck with that. But, man, that's pretty much all I got to say. No, I'm gonna keep on keeping on, checking on what this man doing. I heard about this game Ball Frog. Man, I might need to be checking that out, because, I'm saying, I like to ball, and I got them leaps like a frog here. Yeah, so, yeah.
Not much hopping in that game, to be quite honest. Mostly licking.
A lot of bouncing.
It's a bit of a cunnilingus game.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you black guys are kind of afraid of that, so I don't know. It might be a horror game for you. Lots of tonguing going on. Purple, any last Florian thoughts?
I think
final Florian, is there an F for thoughts?
I don't know, but I do think Florian is a valuable member on the podcast.
No, we're not doing fucking shit sandwich where you say nice shit at the end. No.
No, he's I like Florian, though. We do podcasts with him and stuff. It's good. I mean, you can be rough and abrasive, but no one's perfect.
No. Do you want to plug anything?
My YouTube channel is Purple Kernel. You can find me talking about Half-Life, I guess.
And JJ, where can we find you?
Man, y'all add me on PlayStation, man. Y'all got the game, you know what I'm saying? 2K24. My name on there. Damn. No, I use my girl account because she paid for the PlayStation Plus. Man, I'm trying to think what it was. It might be like Marlo 55, you know what I'm saying? RP on Marlo FBG shit, you know what I'm saying? But I think
they should post theirs in the comments and you'll find them if you don't remember.
Yeah. Go ahead, do that, yeah.
Well, I guess for the Florian Himsl Gossip and Drama Podcast, I have been the president, Simian Jimmy.
And I've been Purple Kernel, the whatever you said to start.
Hey man, peace out, y'all.